Then we will also continue with talk number 9, the universal love, given on October 24th by Abdu'l-Baha. An Indian said to Abdu'l-Baha, "My aim in life is to transmit as far as in me lies the message of Krishna to the world." Abdu'l-Baha said, "The message of Krishna is the message of love. All God's prophets have brought the message of love. None has ever thought that war and hate are good. Everyone agrees in saying that love and kindness are best. Love manifests its reality in deeds, not only in words. These alone are without effect. In order that love may manifest its power, there must be an object, an instrument, a motive." There are many ways of expressing the love principle. There is love for the family, for the country, for the race. There is political enthusiasm. There is also the love of community, of interest in service. These are all ways and means of showing the power of love. Without any such means, love would be unseen, unheard, unfelt, altogether unexpressed, unmanifested. Water shows its power in various ways, in quenching thirst, causing the seed to grow, etc. Coal expresses one of its principles in gaslight, while one of the powers of electricity is shown in the electric light. If there were neither gas nor electricity, the nights of the world would be darkness. So it is necessary to have an instrument, a motive for love's manifestation, an object, a mode of expression. We must find a way of spreading love among the sons of humanity. Oh, that just really speaks to me, because I've been feeling for some time that I've been just being internal, really isolating, really just reflecting in solitude, and keeping to myself and not feeling like leaving the house at all. Just going through another period of time where I have really drawn back from society and humanity and community, and feeling very alone in that. It's really interesting because it's completely fine to have that, that time of solitude and really going inwards. But I know the difference in my own spirit and heart when it's almost leaking into isolation, where I don't have any motivation or energy to actually commune or go out and be with the world and and contribute in any way, and I feel very withdrawn. And it's only because I have these feelings of like I don't know where I'm supposed to be contributing. I don't it's like I'm just starting fresh again, and it's like I need a place that fulfills my spirit also while I'm serving and contributing, but I haven't found that. And I continue to search, going in and out of work, and my absolute desire. There's a lot there anyways, but I think one of the things that's helping me slowly move, day by day, little by little, is this reminder that as much as I spend time on my inner world and inner exploration within my heart and within myself, there's a certain amount that feels good, and then beyond that, if we're not expressing it through actions, and it's just thought and reflection, which I love, but if it's not expressed out and you're not actually out in the world and with people so that you can express it and be that presence, then you start to feel dimmed and dampened, and just you're not it just doesn't feel good in the body. So I just really wanted to touch on that, because that's a space that I'm in at the moment, and it's every time this phase happens or this and that. It's really about connecting to yeah, like it's just really about love. And sometimes, even in those moments when you know all these things, you don't want to know it. It just doesn't sit there. Like, you can know everything, but nothing works in that time when you're so, like, withdrawn from everything and almost, like, helpless and hopeless and given up on everything. But this talk or reading has come at a good time for me, and in general, just to feel that, yeah, that's how we manifest love. It's sometimes, even if we don't feel it, it's yeah, it's in little bits that make the difference. Yeah, little bits. Anyways, we can go on and on about that, but I will continue with his talk, Abdu'l-Baha's talk. Love is unlimited, boundless, infinite. Material things are limited, circumscribed, finite. You cannot adequately express infinite love by limited means. The perfect love needs an unselfish instrument, absolutely freed from fetters of every kind. The love of family is limited. The tie of blood relationship is not the strongest bond. Frequently, members of the same family disagree and even hate each other. Patriotic love is finite. The love of one's country causing hatred of all others is not perfect love. Compatriots also are not free from quarrels amongst themselves. The love of race is limited. There is some union here, but that is insufficient. Love must be free from boundaries. Love must be free from boundaries. To love our own race may mean hatred of all others, and even people of the same race often dislike each other. Political love also is much bound up with hatred of one party for another. This love is very limited and uncertain. The love of community, of interest in service, is likewise fluctuating. Frequently competitions arise which lead to jealousy, and at length hatred replaces love. A few years ago, Turkey and Italy had a friendly political understanding. Now they are at war. All these ties of love are imperfect. It is clear that limited material ties are insufficient to adequately express the universal love. The great unselfish love for humanity is bounded by none of these imperfect, semi-selfish bonds. This is the one perfect love possible to all mankind and can only be achieved by the power of the divine spirit. No worldly power can accomplish the universal love. Let all be united in this divine power of love. Let all strive to grow in the light of the Sun of Truth, and reflecting this luminous love on all men, may their hearts become so united that they may dwell evermore in the radiance of the limitless love. Remember these words which I speak unto you during the short time I am amongst you in Paris. I earnestly exhort you, let not your hearts be fettered by the material things of this world. I charge you not to lie contentedly on the beds of negligence, prisoners of matter, but to arise and free yourselves from its chains. The animal creation is captive to matter. God has given freedom to man. The animal cannot escape the law of nature, whereas man may control it, for he, containing nature, can rise above it. The power of the Holy Spirit, enlightening man's intelligence, has enabled him to discover means of bending many natural laws to his will. He flies through the air, floats on the sea, and even moves under the waters. All this proves how man's intelligence has been enabled to free him from the limitations of nature, and to solve many of her mysteries. Man, to a certain extent, has broken the chains of matter. The Holy Spirit will give to man greater powers than these, if only he will strive after the things of the Spirit and endeavor to attune his heart to the divine infinite love. When you love a member of your family or a compatriot, let it be with a ray of the infinite love. Let it be in God and for God. Wherever you find the attributes of God, love that person, whether he be of your family or of another. Shed the light of a boundless love on every human being whom you meet, whether of your country, your race, your political party, or of any other nation, color, or shade of political opinion. Heaven will support you while you work in this ingathering of the scattered peoples of the world beneath the shadow of the almighty tent of unity. Heaven will support you while you work in this ingathering of the scattered peoples of the world beneath the shadow of the almighty tent of unity. That's a good one. Let's all be in this together is what they say. Now just a little bit. Fix that up a little bit. Oh, I think I made it worse. Anyways. Oh dear. Yeah, look. Sometimes. Okay, no, let's be in this. Alright. You will be servants of God who are dwelling near to him, his divine helpers in the service, ministering to all humanity. Every human being. Never forget this. Do not say he is an Italian or a Frenchman or an American or an Englishman. Remember only that he is a son of God, a servant of the Most High, a man. All are men. Forget nationalities. All are equal in the sight of God. Remember not your own limitations. The help of God will come to you. Forget yourself. God's help will surely come. Ooh. That's a big one. It's a big one in, like, especially venturing out to, like, do your own thing as, as your own work, or being self-employed, or, yeah, it can feel like a lot when you're venturing out on your own. And, I mean, I definitely forget, that, like, when you hear these words, it's hard when you're in the zone of actually the doing and, like, trying to get started or finding that will. So it does take a lot of energy and power to remember not your own limitations. And the help of God will come to you. And forget yourself. Forget those material, those limitations within the human self. God's help will surely come, especially when your intention and vision of unity and purity and love is so pure. That's what you want to bring. And I mean, I forget that because you get caught up in the how do you package that? How do you offer that? How do you make a living out of that? There's all these questions that come, and we can forget and then just freeze and not do any of it. So it's really coming back to that core that it really is just about focusing on what you're here to give and gift the world, and just remember that God is fueling us even when it doesn't feel like it, even in those moments. Feel all the grief and the pain and sadness and the aloneness, but knowing, every time we can, which right now we are reminding. So when you call on the mercy of God, waiting to reinforce you, your strength will be tenfold. Look at me. I am so feeble, yet I have had the strength given me to come amongst you, a poor servant of God who has been enabled to give you this message. I shall not be with you long. One must never consider one's own feebleness. It is the strength of the Holy Spirit of love, which gives the power to teach. The thought of our own weakness could only bring despair. We must look higher than all earthly thoughts. Detach ourselves from every material idea. Crave for the things of the Spirit. Fix our eyes on the everlasting bountiful mercy of the Almighty, who will fill our souls with the gladness of joyful service to his command, love one another. Wow. That's really important. It very much resonates with like where I'm at right now as well. So that just feels really call on the mercy of God to reinforce you, and your strength will be tenfold. Thank you. Well, we shall continue again soon. Much love.